Hello, welcome to another episode of Stranded on Aeternum. I'm your host Jay Morty. With me I have Sangeticus. Yo, today we talking about crafting. Yo, crafting is going to be super important in New World, and it's something that everyone is going to have to work towards. And you're going to have to one person at the beginning of the game. Maybe I would say even of a couple of months in, will probably not be able to do everything themselves. So it's going to be a crazy amount of teamwork, but everyone focuses on certain crafting things first. So that's what we're going to talk about today, like the progression of crafting, how we're going to go about it through our leveling process and stuff like that. Okay. Did you want to start it off?
Sure. I really enjoyed the crafting in the alpha, or what? No, not the alpha. The what was it called? The preview.
Yeah, the preview.
Um, I enjoyed crafting myself more for the auction house. I loved making things and selling them. A lot of the people that were in my guild were a lot higher in level, and also in many of the previous games, I felt that as a lower level and less, um, for lack of a better word, hardcore player, I would fall behind. With New World's crafting, um, it gave myself as a casual player an avenue to sort of be more than just a level 20 or a level 30 player. So, I just wanted to add that in. I also wanted to, sort of say that I'm going to probably focus on wood, on being a lumberjack, because the trees are everywhere. The trees are indeed everywhere. Just to let everybody know out there in New World, there's going to be trees around, and I would take that woodworking, that lumbering, I guess wood chopping, wood cutting. It's wood cutting. I would take that wood cutting and actually gear it toward my furniture making. So
Furnishing.
yeah, furnishing. So I would combine both wood cutting and furnishing to make just to make a bunch of furniture for people
Mm.
and put it on the auction.
Yeah. The honestly though, they kind of changed a little bit how crafting works, in the sense of how you unlock higher crafting mats at higher level, like in the sense that before you were able, if you had high level crafting and you were like level 30, you were able to craft like the epic items, but you just weren't able to equip it.
Mm-hmm.
So now they tied it to levels, so you actually won't be able to progress in crafting without achieving X amount of level. All these, you can increase your crafting skill high pretty much the mats that you have, but you won't be able to really unlock the higher builds. So it's kind of sad that you'll now have to progress in leveling a bit. There's some walls for leatherworking, like you know to get that high rugged leather, you're gonna have to try and kill creatures of 25 and up in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that poses a little bit of a challenge than it was before. Before, you could have been max leatherworking level 20. If you can kill that creature with staggering it in farm it, you can. But now there's no staggering against creatures, only certain ones. You actually they'll have certain breakpoints, you know which makes it more strategic for the players to fight against. So they kind of train it. They kind of changed it like that, which I see it as kind of like a neutral change. I don't really see it as a bad thing. I don't really see it as a good thing. It's to stop people from doing too much of one or the other. Because if you go straight into leveling now, the fact that you can't get materials from smashing your items, because before, if you were smashing a star metal hammer, you'd get star metal, some of the high tier cloth and leather as well. But now you don't get that anymore. Now you just get gold and repair parts. So there's gonna force people to go out in the world and craft and farm more, because that'll be the only way you'll be able to craft and set, or finding it in some chests. There's even gear to help you find more provisions in chests for food. You know, so that's actually pretty good. So like they're pretty much balancing it out pretty well in my opinion. So yeah. So so you want to start off with wood cutting, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you a question. As a player, right? As a new
Mhm.
player, for example, um, let's say I reach the highest tier in my wood cutting, right?
Mhm.
You're telling me that because I haven't reached level 20 and like levels that I wouldn't be able to use everything necessary?
You would still be able to cut down the trees in the world,
Yeah.
but you won't be able to craft with that material that you got because the like how can I, I'm trying to like I'm at a loss of words for like the plans that you get, like, you know. So it's like, oh, I unlocked Star Metal Sword at level 20 at 23, but I have already have all the materials because my farming skills are really high, right?
Right.
So it's kind of locked like that. So like you'll be able to gather those resources, but you won't be able to use them. You get it?
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I guess you just sell it then.
Yeah, basically you sell it, but like even at that, like the more rare materials are further north in the map, and to even venture more further north, you have to be like geared or high level, right? Because if you kept getting one tapped, like
Yeah, I mean, I've done it though.
it's a hard not
I
life, you know.
I used to do that for Ironwood, so I would venture at a inappropriate level to the higher tier areas, and I think you were I brought you along, no? And then you would kill the creatures, and I would farm the wood.
Yeah, exactly. But that's because like you had me as like a bodyguard, you know.
Yeah, so this is great. This is great for social interaction because now you're gonna have to allocate your work, right?
Oh,
You
imagine being like, hey man, I'll give you like half my stacks if you like protect me while I farm your wood, like, you know, blah 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 type thing. Because like I might not
exactly
have the wood cutting, but you do.
exactly, and then maybe you want like a specific type of furniture, and it's like, okay, I'll give it to you for free. I'll give you one chair if you come out with me up here, and I farm 10 chairs.
Yeah, exactly. People are gonna probably want their trophies from you. Like
Trophy.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
basically the trophies in buff like your character in the world. So like if you have a trophy for the corrupted, you do 10% more to corrupted, and you can. So now what they did is that like for furnishing, it's like you now have to build the base version of the trophy, and then you upgrade that base version with the rare drops that you find in the world. So that's
That sounds
pretty.
kind of fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick. So like they made it that like you have to go out in the world and farm stuff to actually get progress through the game a lot. Like that's pretty much what it's coming down to. Like, you know, because if you want to build keys, you have to go out in the world and farm the areas and bosses in the world to get the keys, which more social interaction. And then like the people who might help you get the key might help you in the dungeon, you know, so because you're like, oh, you know what, you're pretty good, come with me, blah blah blah. Like, you know, it's more social. Like, you know, Maple Guild, you know, it's gained like 5 people over the last week, so that's pretty good. And I threw down a link below if you're thinking about joining the syndicates at launch. Stay tuned to the Maple Tree. I'm gonna shoot down a Discord invite. First 100 and first active 100.
First active 100, what? First active 100, get it?
Yeah, no, I mean like if you're gonna join the guild and then not be active, we will kick you. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like if you like join New World and you're not on for 2 weeks, we're gonna like more or less replace you because
rules are
it
subject to change.
no because like okay so like it makes sense because in the first when the game comes out, it's really gonna show who's gonna be playing the game a lot, who's not, right? So we really want like since we have already like 25 plus hardcore players, like we want to keep building more hardcore players, like, you know. So yeah, so like so honestly level 1 I'm probably going to be focusing on pretty much farming mines. Pretty much going to go hard into the ores. I'm probably going to be farming the gold and silver for the jewel crafters of the guild because I definitely don't need those. I'm not going to be a gem cutter either, so all my gems are going to be thrown to whoever needs them in the guild. Straight up free. Whoever asks me, it's like, hey, you got gems on you? I throw you all the gems I have at that point. But I'm going to be taking all the ore. I'm going to need someone for wood cutting, so it's actually clutch that you're going to be doing wood cutting. I'm going to be doing it on the side because it's going to be like the second most resource I use. But I'm gonna need to find like a cloth guy for the time being because I might go from like mining and then to cloth because cloth is really hard to find and I hate that certain items need that for crafting my gear because my gear is like majority metal. Then you need a little bit of wood, and then you need a little, and then you need like one cloth every time. It's like so stupid. It's not stupid. It makes sense because like you're building like the inside. You want the inside of the metal to be padded. You know what I'm saying? So like in the sense of that, it makes sense. But like I like kind of dislike it because it's more farming I have to do or something I have to buy. But yeah, but I'm probably gonna rush oil. Like I actually might take a huge loss to my leveling to farm oil because oil was like super important getting to that star metal.
I remember.
Yeah, and it was a bitch to farm.
And it
So
was starved.
yeah, so like I think this time around, I'm definitely gonna go around and farm oil for like an hour, 2 hours straight. Like just do like the circle like 8 times, and constantly keep doing it.
I mean, listen, you draw out a path and you follow it, right?
Pretty much, pretty much. Yep, and like well, and since there's like a community thing happening, like where we all work together on the map, we're also gonna have like little helpful guides and hints and locations in our Discord server. So that's pretty cool. We're currently like working on it because in the we have it's full of preview information. So once beta hits, we're gonna be replacing it. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, so at first I'm gonna be focusing a lot on mining. I'm probably gonna be focusing on stone cutting just so I can make the keys for dungeons because I love dungeons and I cannot not do them. So I'm probably gonna be making that as my secondary, and pretty much and making satchels for everyone. I loved making like I love making utility stuff for the guild because it's like it's always good. And when I make new ones, for like people, I tell them to give me back the old one, and then I give the old one to someone who can equip it who doesn't have one. So I always keep my satchels like circulating between all the guild members. So I kind of like make sure they're going to use maximum use.
Everything's being used.
Yeah, because like you can't like you only get one bag slot at the beginning, right? And then you get two, and then a third. So those bag slots are crucial to how much weight you can carry, which is how much you can farm. And when someone doesn't have a bag, it's fucking feels bad. So I like to get everyone stacked with bags. Like it's gonna be a little bit more rough than now that you have to get that gem from the faction thing. So yeah, that's gonna be a little rough.
I
Uh,
mean, we'll get there.
yeah. What do you think is gonna be the most lucrative, um, crafting? Like not crafting.
Potions,
Yeah, like
potions and elixirs.
potions and elixirs. So you think the alchemy bench is gonna be like the most expensive, most like
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Because of the range of materials. Think how many materials are there? There's too many.
yeah, there's too many.
So there's the range of materials, the amount you could produce, what people want, what people need. All these little buffs will make the difference. Everybody's going to take it to battle.
What
So
about
from
food?
food, isn't that part of it? Isn't that or
No,
separate?
there's cooking and then there's alchemy. So
All right.
alchemy is like your health potions and your regeneration potions, and cooking is your actual food buffs that you like. All have like a hero's feast, then you're buffed for like 40 minutes.
So that and that, I think the cooking and the
Yeah, I
because
was gonna say those are gonna be huge too.
people don't really like latch on to those,
Mm.
as quick. Like a lot of people that log in, myself included, we want to hit stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's not about intricately making a potion off the bat, it's about killing a beast, killing an animal, or like things that will help you attack more. Usually, I mean that's my take on that. And so when it comes to alchemy, when it comes to cooking, some like the newer players or the players that are not really going to be watching things like this and are playing strictly casual, they're really going to skim over that.
yeah. Like my best advice for like new players who are undecided with crafting resources is like pick up anything you see. Like if you can pick up fibers on your way, if you can cut wood on your way, that's why it's like always good to have all the tools on you at all times, because like if you see a node, farm it, because it never hurts to always increase your leveling as you're walking, right? But like if you're like rolling 4 deep or 5 deep in a group, it's very good to have everyone's doing their specialization at that point, because like, you want to be increasing your skills as fast as possible. Like, you know, if I'm with a person who's farming cloth, I'm not going to take the fiber and let them do it. So they're maxing out their gathering skills. You know, just like if like, you know, if we have 2 miners, then you know you just share. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like that. So yeah, it's gonna be like really good. Like the way New World is set up for crafting is really sick. The way legendaries are gonna be kind of like a bitch to craft, but like I said, since they're gonna be hosting like tournaments in a different Discord, I'm gonna make a whole Discord for the tournaments with the tournament rules. Like, you know, I might even put like a ban on like maybe on the life staff so people can't just run around. I might be like 1 potion, 1 food buff per round that you're allowed to have. Then I'm probably gonna either be giving away gold or legendaries to the winner. So depending how many people sign up, you know, it might be like 5 people sign up, then it's a pretty high chance you get the legendary and gold. And it's not gonna be a
Sign me
small
up.
amount. Yeah, it's not gonna be a small amount of gold either. I think I like at least 100K, like probably the first. And like the
That's what I would
more,
think.
yeah, and then the more gold I make on the auction house, basically the more gold I'm going to be putting into the tournaments to fuel the economy on whatever server we're on. So I really hope you guys are going to join the server. We're probably going to put a heads up. I'm probably going to make like an announcement video of what server we're going to be on for our guild, so that like we can get as many people to join us as possible for sure. I'll probably be streaming by then. Like I have plans to buy my 3060 graphics card by the end of the month, so I'm pretty down for that. Hopefully by next week. Well, not next week. Well, what are we today?
We are the first.
We're the first, so hopefully by the 15th, I'll
We
have
are
purchased the card.
approaching. We are approaching end game. I
Yeah,
mean, beginning game.
yeah,
Beta
yeah.
is about to arrive.
So in beta, I'm probably gonna put out a beta tank video and a beta heal video. I'm probably just gonna do those two at first and see if anything changes from then to launch, and I'm gonna make an updated video of it for sure. So stay tuned for that. I'm not gonna put out a DPS video because in New World, anything can pretty much work as DPS. I've seen it in preview. You want to go hatchet, go hatchet. So it's whatever you feel like your flavor is what you should go, basically. And you should always go to like for gearing out, for crafting your gear, it's always what you prefer. So like if you're gonna be crafting a lot of cloth, I suggest you go the satin route, the fibers route. Probably become a mage, because all those fibers and all the things you're going to get are going to really work well with those things. So it's like you always going to want to play towards the style that you want. So like, and to be honest, up until level 20, you have a lot of time to think about it, because at level 20, that's when it costs you Azoth or gold to reset your stats. So pretty much you got like 19 levels to think about it. Personally, I'm going to be a tank of the guild. Probably going to be like melee DPS if I'm not tanking, and so I'm pretty much going sword and shield axe, because the two-hander axe has been my favorite addition. I might become a full DPS if we ever see the two-hander sword. That would be fucking sick. I can't wait. Apparently I think they've mentioned that they might give us one more weapon before launch that we might not know what it is. That's probably going to come in like the 3 weeks in between the beta and the game launch, that everyone gets kicked out. Like there's no alpha either for those people. So
Hmm.
it's very interesting. Like the alpha ends, I think, uh, around now, 2 weeks before the beta. So it's pretty
So
sick.
very soon.
Yeah, very soon. So that's pretty sick. Honestly, I'm pretty excited. I think this is episode 6. So episode 9 is gonna be just
So
before or
far.
right after uh, the beta releases. So it's gonna be
Or if
pretty
it's
sick.
right after, it's not going to be in episode 9. It's going to be episode 1 of our new life.
No, because the NDA releases, the NDA releases. So that means I'm able to stream New World. We're able to pretty much. What I plan to do is play the game while recording the podcast, so people have more entertainment while watching us.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd probably try to do the same thing. I don't think I.
Yeah.
You think my rig could handle it?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but like since I'm using OBS, it'll be my gameplay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
But like
Just
for
to
you,
have the recorded data. Like what I do is I record it and I just like chop it up to funny moments or something.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so you stay tuned for that. You know, like videos by Sangeticus,
Yeah.
the New World.
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, so it's pretty sick. So guys, stay tuned. Tournament server's not up yet. Like I said, I'm gonna wait till after beta to get that started. Probably just before, uh, the release. I'm probably gonna wait a month or two to start the tournaments so that everyone settles in, gets their 60, gets their things. Uh, Maybe sooner if it's faster, but apparently, like the XP, it's gotten a lot slower from preview because preview was sped up since we only had a week. So
Yeah, that was a crazy rush.
it was sick.
Yeah.
But now it's like they're saying that it might take you like 3 weeks to like level, so it's just pretty good. It's a pretty good curve. So yeah. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification and subscribe down below on the YouTube channel. Stay tuned to my stream coming to you around depending when I get my graphics card, but for sure August 31st I'm gonna be there. J Morty TV. Yeah. So and share the video if you guys like the video. Please share it. Yeah. So like and so, yeah, stay tuned if you guys want to join the company. Maple Tree Discord down below. All socials down below. Please like, subscribe, follow. Peace out.